Hey, what's up? Video Game Guru here. And today's topic is about the revolving door of hype that is the upcoming release season, where within about a month and some change, we'll have all of the new systems dropping. Well, both of the new systems dropping. PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, as well as some of the new games that will be dropping, some of the D1 titles, and some of the highly anticipated things that will be coming shortly after. And I know I have not said anything really in regards to the gigantic hype beast that has been swirling and growing in size ever since. But that's because I wanted to kind of wait until things simmer down and then come in with a collection of opinions all at once, just to knock them all out one by one instead of, video after video after video of minor update. And in my, summarization of thoughts, I've come to the conclusion that it ain't fucking worth it. Now, I don't mean overall, and I will expound, but all of these crazy announcements, maybe save for the gigantic $7.5 billion acquisition of Bethesda, nothing is really all that surprising, or all that wasn't even surprising really, or all that, grandiose. It's a new cycle with better tech. And with that little intro out of the way, I will start to break it down from here on out. Let's get to it. So, why is it that I say that this hype beast, this train of excitement being built up for each side, the fanboys warring, oh, what is Microsoft going to do after that dope-ass reveal? Oh, what is Sony going to do now that they bought Bethesda? Is it going to be exclusively exclusive? Are they not going to get any games anymore? The dick swinging contest between the two fandoms, albeit they're not the worst fandoms out there, are quite frankly ridiculous. I say that because with every major game and console release that, staunchly opposes the other fan base, whether it be by access or release of a new console in general, it's the same song and dance every time. One company does something that makes them shine, the other one does something that makes them look like trash. The initial release of price point or features may seem like garbage, but they make up for it with the better iteration, because it is not going to be the same console one and done. They're going to come up with a better version. They're going to come up with a slim version. They're going to come up with a enhanced version. And with that being the case, by the end, when it's run its life cycle, it being the console, or when it's been out for a few years, aside from a few game titles, and now with crossplay being more of a commonality, especially with free titles that are coming out, and some AAA and AA game studios that are doing it with their projects, they're kind of hard to tell the difference between, aside from preference and bias. With Microsoft, you have better online and connectivity options with gaming with friends, everything being integrated, having access to the PC player base as well. You definitely have a lot more to work with as far as being able to have a seamless online experience. With PlayStation, you always get the exclusives that make you want to lean over to their system, even though you may have a couple of friends. There's those games or those Japanese only releases, because that's where their wheelhouse is at and where their wheelhouse is kind of stationed at too. So there might be an entirely different set of games that you'll never see on Xbox. You might see it on PC though, who knows? Either way, there's something usually minor that, of course by opinion, will make people lean to one side or the other. Now sure, once a console is out, updates and changes to a company can make a console more or less appealing over time. But with that being a factor of an unknown factor, I should say, it doesn't really matter to everyone. And I mean, sure, major events do happen that shape the landscape of gaming, whether it be partnerships or new and innovative tech, like I was saying earlier with Microsoft acquiring Bethesda, which was kind of on the horizon, their partnership with EA, their pioneering of Game Pass. They have a lot going for them. and they only seem to be increasing their connectivity and the bottom line enjoyment of the gamers in question, and the lining of their pockets with the way that they're setting up their business model. And PlayStation has always held fast with their ideal strategy of make it exclusive, make it ours, and they will come. But once again, to counteract that, the more that we have things like crossplay with Star Wars Squadrons that just dropped, AAA game title, with a lot of the free titles like Spellbreak, like Rocket League, like the Call of Duty franchise that's doing crossplay and cross-platform accessibility. I mean, more and more you're going to start seeing that, and it's going to make it completely pointless unless the servers are completely trash on one side as opposed to the other. But with things like Game Pass and PlayStation Now, they're only going to try to be improving on their servers for the ability to stream games, which means that over time, and even as is now, you don't really have too much of a problem playing a game with a friend. And out of what we saw from the showcases of both, as far as which console you should buy on day one immediately, well, considering both companies didn't have enough stock because of the current pandemic and a lack of productivity and production and supplies, plenty of reasons, as well as the stores themselves opening pre-orders up 24 hours early with the PlayStation 5 reveal, and Microsoft selling out immediately as well with their name of Xbox Series X and Xbox One X having confusion and people buying and flat out buying the wrong console entirely. So some of those people not being able to get the pre-orders because by the time they were able to figure out that they got the wrong one, they were already sold out. I mean, it's not handled well. It doesn't really seem to be a reason to go out and get one day one, because you know, with every iteration of the consoles that we've seen, with these past couple of generations especially, you're going to have to take it back. You're going to have a handful that won't work, and some of those games aren't really going to be worth it on day one. Some of those are flagship show-off titles. Some of the best titles aren't going to be coming until a few months after. Some of them won't be coming until 2021, like summer of 2021. And with that being said as well, Black Friday and the holiday season is right around the corner, which usually comes with what? Say it with me now, bundles. If you're going to be able to get a bundle package of this game that you're wanting, along with the new console that comes with extra controller, that comes with whatever other one or two bells and whistles to have it all be, put together at your local Best Buy or Target or your Amazon bundle, or you're going to be able to get a better deal. It's probably going to give you $100 off, maybe 150 if you have a rewards program, maybe even 175. I don't know. But there's no reason to rush out day one. Get it. Hardly ever is. As a YouTuber that likes to talk about gaming and what's new and what's trending, it's kind of counterproductive to, getting people to be interested to see that I stay up on things and I can have a relevant opinion, or maybe, hopefully, relevant, or one that you can relate to. But at the end of the day, looking at the hassle that it takes to acquire one, looking at how poorly things are handled, and looking at what's presented to me upon initial release, I don't really feel too incentivized. I kind of want to make sure that whatever is going to happen will happen so I can get the best bang for my buck, so to speak. And at the end of the day, isn't the only thing that matters the fact that you're putting your money where you want to? You're taking your hard-earned money, or your parents are taking their hard-earned money, or your loved ones, or whatever the case may be. You're taking funds that are a direct representation of the time that you or someone else has spent, and they're putting it on that, and that's what you want. If it's what you want, who cares? Who cares what someone else thinks? Who cares what the specs are? If you do your own research, or you know exactly where you like to put your money, that's exactly where it is. It's yours. So pass all the rigmarole, forget the hype contest, forget the ridiculous, this is going to be so much better than yours. When you look at the specs and look at what it says as far as its capabilities with its streaming potential with like 8K and 4K, and the fact that it doesn't matter. Oh, I'm gonna have this game as opposed to that one. I don't play the game anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. Oh, you're not gonna be able to. I don't care what you think. I just want to play my games and have my fun, and that's all there is to it. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and let all of you get back to whatever it is that you like to enjoy, gaming or otherwise. Let me know what you think down below about all the hype that's been stirred up around these. Is it warranted? Is it gonna be represented this coming November? Is it gonna make me look ridiculous for saying this? Is it gonna be just as big of a debacle on release day as it was for the pre-orders and everything leading up to it? Let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and let that outro do its thing. Video Game Guru signing off. Hey, if you've made it this far, I want to say thank you for your time and attention. With this being the end of the video and all, let's start a discussion. Do we see eye to eye? Are we diametrically opposed? Leave a comment below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit that bell icon for notifications so you never miss out on my next piece of content. That's the Video Game Guru, signing off.